My name is Yvonne. In my line of work, I interact with a lot of people who might be HIV positive. Every day, I work and associate with them because it is the right thing to do. It could be you. You should not reject someone because the person is HIV positive. It is against your human rights. Let us do more. Let us show we care. Let us accept people living with HIV. It could be me. It could be you.
We'll find a way.
Let's track back to your old church, your former church. Okay. How did the church members relate to you, and how did it lead to you leaving the church?
Yeah, what happened at that time was that they all saw Pastor John and the wife who are HIV positive or who are living with AIDS. So for ignorance sake, they don't want to approach me so that they will also be infected. So they were just talking among themselves, hey, Pastor Ni also for mommy are HIV or they have got AIDS. Some say, oh, it's not true. Some say that, hey, or is it a spiritual thing? They got it through spiritually. Some say, ah, but where did Pastor get it from? Where did Yusuf Mommy get it from? So they were saying all these things. And the way the pastor also announced it, make it that they are not approaching me. They were just, all of them would not approach because the pastor already showed from the beginning that I have disappointed him by getting HIV. So when he left and announced it, the people too could not approach or to come and ask me anything. Only 2 or 3 of them just came to ask that they heard something. They want to ask whether it is true. And I told them that, yeah, it's true. What they heard, I told the pastor. But where I got it from, I don't know.
At that point, did it not occur to you that you could probably have sought for help maybe from some higher authority, let's say from the Christian Council, where probably they could have offered some kind of help or advice or even intervened in the situation at church?
Yeah, no, it didn't occur to me.
The position of the Christian Council on HIV is that people who live with HIV must be shown compassion by people within the church and outside the church. We take our example from Jesus Christ, who is our model, who is our teacher and our guide. We find in the Bible that he treated people with compassion. Even when whatever happened to them, we may say they were the ones who caused it. But in the case of people living with leprosy, which was dreaded in his time, he had 10 people and he healed them. For many years, the Christian Council ran a compassion campaign so that we can understand that people who live with HIV must receive love and support from the church community. And that is the attitude and the position of the Christian Council of Ghana. In the case of Rev Azumah, what we hear is that he went and disclosed to his colleague or senior minister that he was living with HIV. And before he knew it, it was all over the place. We believe that that is regrettable and that should not have been done, because HIV is not spread by just preaching or teaching. So it may have been done because of ignorance. What we would advise is to follow the leadership of what Canon Gideon did in Uganda, which has helped the cause of fighting HIV in that country. As a cleric, he contracted HIV. He came out publicly, admitted that he had it. And because of his courage in admitting, because of his position as a canon, many more people were able to disclose it, and they are receiving help. The Christian Council of Ghana has a program to teach people how to live with HIV. So if this situation happens in any church, that a pastor or a leader confesses or admits having HIV, we'll be glad to work with that person and that church leadership so that together we can deal with the stigma and live positively, because having HIV is not the end of life. There's life after HIV, and it can be dealt with positively.
So you later on moved on and then joined another church, right?
Yes. Yes.
And do the members of the current church know about your status now?
Exactly.
How do they relate to you?
Yes, because of the first experience. So when I was joining my new church, I told them, presently my branch, I've empowered them a lot with issues of HIV, and I've disclosed my status. My wife disclosed her status, and they were surprised, and they are living happily with me, and we fellowship together, and we got to know that HIV is not a curse from God. It's just a virus, and any human being can come in contact with it.
So talking about the reaction of the church members,
Yes.
When they found out this, what about that of friends, close associates, and family members? How did they take it, and how did they relate to you then and now?
Family, like some believe, some do not believe. But I told my mom that this is my situation. It is still a challenge there.
Yeah.
It is still a challenge.
Some have been supportive, others have not.
Some are supportive, others are not supportive at all.
How did you pick yourself up in all these things, and how are you coping with life generally?
Yeah, I just got up one day and encouraged myself. I read the story of Job, and the story of Job tells me that at the later days of Job, it was more marvelous, more blessed, more healed than it was in the beginning. So I just encouraged myself and said that, oh, this HIV is not a death sentence. HIV is just a virus. I encourage myself, I encourage my wife, and I call my children, and I discuss it with them that your parents are living with HIV, and therefore HIV will not kill us. Thank God now we are on medication, and this medication can take our life for so many years. So, and that was how we started from, and life from there becoming normal. I started associating myself with the community. Anything they are doing, I can also do, and sometimes even do it better. And this is how we came far.
What really informed your decision to declare your status, to tell people about your HIV status?
Yes, what informed my decision was that I've realized more people are dying. Why should we sit down for more people to die of HIV and we'll be blaming others for it? So I will sacrifice myself. I discussed it with my wife. My wife said, no problem. If this is what we can do to save life, we will continue to do. So it is because of the life saving, so that how people are dying and nobody cares. Everybody is quiet. We will come out, be an example for others to follow.
Me HIV, nanso enye maniwo nya odo ene tema ema wona wanya HIV nyina enye yimu.
So what is your daily life like? I mean, your daily routine and what you do on a daily basis. Give me an idea.
Yeah, being a pastor, my morning devotion with my family is number one. I study the scripture with them, and I will go to chapel, we fellowship with church members, we do counseling, we do deliverance, we do few things. Apart from that, we have a support group, people living with HIV, that we meet monthly. We encourage ourselves. You know, when you're HIV, you need to join support group to be more empowered.
So when you're not doing all these things, or when you are not giving counseling to people, what do you do for fun? How do you relax? What do you do as a person, probably with your family?
Yeah, I like football, and so I dress up to go to the field to exercise the body. And when I was young, I played football a lot before God called me to enter into the ministry. So apart from ministry, I do football, and I enjoy playing football a lot to exercise the body.
How long have you been in the ministry?
Oh, I'm in the ministry for about 15 years now.
Okay.
For a long time.
Did you come with us, Mami? Is she around somewhere?
Yeah, she's around.
Well, let's see her and let's hear what she has to say. Hi, Osofo-Mami.
You're
welcome.
Thank you.
And it's good to see you. And I'm sure that all this has not been easy on you, but you're coping very well.
Yeah.
And how are the children, the family?
They are all fine.
And I suppose that you're giving a lot of encouragement and support to Reverend?
Yes, yes. We always give encouragement to each other. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the encouragement and support and the counseling that you give to people living with HIV.
Yeah.
And God bless you very much.
You're welcome.
So what advice generally would you have for all and sundry, and also specifically for those living with HIV?
My advice is HIV is real. Therefore, you have to know your HIV status so you can live a happy life. And people who are living with HIV, there is a hope for you when you take your HIV medication. And to my fellow pastors, let us accept people living with HIV, pray for them and counsel them.
Thank you very much, Reverend. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
I wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Thank you.
Same to you, madam.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
Right. This life story was brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission, NAPLAS Ghana, the Danish government, and the US government.